Stop destroying your kidneys with the wrong protein. Your proteinuria levels are dangerously high. You must stop eating processed meats like bacon and deli ham immediately. Instead, you should start using healing plant proteins like tofu and lentils. Did you know that many foods we believe are healthy are actually secretly tearing apart your kidney filters every single day? It is a terrifying reality, but the very protein sources you rely on for strength could be driving your creatinine through the roof. Proteinuria is a term you might have ignored, but this one word dictates your entire future. It is not just a laboratory value, it is a desperate cry for help from deep within your body. When protein leaks into your urine, your kidneys are failing to hold onto the nutrients you need to stay alive. If you continue to ignore this sign, the final destination is always the same: the grueling reality of dialysis or total kidney failure. I am Dr. Mattheus from Kidney Health 365. Statistics show that millions of Americans are currently living with kidney disease, yet 90% have no idea. Why? Because your kidneys have no pain receptors. You might mistake your constant fatigue, loss of appetite, or high blood pressure as just a normal part of getting older. This complacency is why kidney disease is called the silent killer. It advances without a sound until it is far too late. How can you protect yourself naturally? The answer is at the root: your daily nutrition. Choosing the specific proteins your kidneys can handle while eliminating those loaded with sodium and nitrates will change everything. In this video, I will reveal the 3 deadly proteins you must remove today and the 4 golden healing proteins proven to clean your blood and stabilize your kidney function. But first, you need to understand exactly why your urine is turning foamy and what it reveals about the damage occurring inside your body right now. Have you ever looked into the toilet and noticed a layer of foam that just won't go away? Most people dismiss this as a side effect of dehydration. But in the world of renal health, this is a major warning sign known as proteinuria. To understand why this is happening, imagine your kidney filters the nephrons as a delicate fishing net. In a healthy body, this net has tiny holes that allow liquid waste to pass through while keeping the big fish, the essential proteins your body needs, safely in your bloodstream. The mystery of the protein leak begins when you consume the wrong types of protein. These heavy processed foods create a high-pressure environment inside your kidneys. It is like trying to force a massive struggling fish through a net that was never meant to hold it. Eventually, the pressure causes the fibers of the net to stretch and snap. Once those holes are torn open, the precious albumin your muscles and heart need starts leaking out into your urine. According to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases at nid.ni.gov, albuminuria is a sign that your kidneys have been damaged and are starting to spill protein into your urine. This is the physical evidence of your kidney structure breaking down. The more protein you leak, the higher your creatinine climbs because your filters are failing. To stop this tearing, we must identify the specific foods that act as a wrecking ball to your renal net, starting with 3 specific proteins that are likely sitting in your refrigerator right now. Smoked meats like bacon and deli hams are perhaps the most dangerous protein sources for anyone trying to lower their creatinine or stop protein leakage. While they offer a high protein count and a savory flavor that many Americans consider a breakfast staple, these meats act as a chemical wrecking ball against your renal filters. The mechanism that makes smoked bacon so destructive involves a triple threat of sodium nitrates and advanced glycation end products. When meat is smoked or processed, it is loaded with salt to preserve it, which causes your blood pressure to spike and forces your kidneys to work in a state of hyperfiltration. Even more dangerous are the nitrates and nitrites used for color and preservation. According to research published by the National Institutes of Health at angsb.nalm.nit.gov, these compounds induce significant oxidative stress and inflammation within the delicate nephrons. This inflammation narrows the blood vessels in the kidneys, starving them of oxygen and causing the very scarring that leads to permanent renal decline. For a senior over 55, your body's ability to neutralize these chemical toxins is already naturally lower, making every slice of bacon a direct hit to your filtration system. The risks of consuming smoked meats are extreme for those already in stage 3 or stage 4 kidney disease. The high sodium content alone can lead to fluid retention, swelling in your ankles, and dangerous spikes in blood pressure that further damage the heart. If you are serious about your health, you should treat these as an absolute never food. To optimize your transition away from these meats, the best approach is to remove them from your refrigerator today and replace the savory umami flavor they provide with kidney-safe alternative. For a kidney-friendly recipe variation, try sauteing thin slices of portobello mushrooms with a drop of liquid smoke and a dash of onion powder. This gives you that smoky, earthy satisfaction without a single milligram of added nitrates. You can also try making carrot bacon by roasting thin ribbons of carrots with a touch of maple syrup and smoked paprika. Please be cautious and always check labels on veggie meats, as many plant-based substitutes are actually very high in sodium and potassium. If you have already removed bacon and smoked meats from your diet, please comment with a 1. If you are still struggling to give up your morning bacon, comment with a 0. While smoked meats attack your blood pressure, our next protein source hides a high mineral burden behind a seemingly healthy dairy label. Hard cheeses like Parmesan cheddar and Swiss are often seen as a healthy source of calcium and protein, but for a kidney patient, they represent a concentrated dose of renal stress. While they provide essential nutrients for bone health in the general population, the high density of these proteins and minerals makes hard cheese a significant contributor to rising creatinine and vascular calcification in those with stage 3 or 4 kidney disease. The mechanism that makes hard cheese so risky is its extreme concentration of phosphorus and sodium. Because it takes about 10 pounds of milk to make just 1 pound of hard cheese, the minerals become incredibly dense. When you consume these high levels of phosphorus, a damaged kidney cannot filter it out effectively. This excess phosphorus triggers a hormone called FGF23, which can damage the heart and further scar the renal tissues. According to the National Kidney Foundation at kidney.org, when your phosphorus levels are too high, it pulls calcium out of your bones and deposits it into your soft tissues and blood vessels, including the delicate arteries in your kidneys. This process, known as calcification, turns your flexible kidney filters into brittle, non-functioning tissue. For someone over 55, this double hit of high sodium and high phosphorus can cause an immediate spike in blood pressure and a decline in GFR. The risks are highest for those who use hard cheese as a primary snack or topping. The saturated fat content also contributes to systemic inflammation, which is the primary enemy of kidney recovery. To optimize your intake, you should replace these hard-aged cheeses with softer, lower-sodium options, like fresh ricotta or small amounts of fresh mozzarella, which have a much lower phosphorus to protein ratio. For a kidney-friendly recipe variation, try making a nutritional yeast sprinkle by mixing nutritional yeast with a bit of garlic powder to get that cheesy flavor on your pasta without the mineral load. You can also use a small dollop of Greek yogurt as a creamy topping for baked potatoes instead of shredded cheddar. Please be cautious and always check the nutrition label for FO's additives, which are sometimes added to processed cheese to improve texture. While hard cheese hardens your vessels, our next protein source combines poor quality meat with a chemical cocktail that accelerates renal aging. Canned sausages, hot dogs, and processed franks are perhaps the most aggressive destroyer proteins in the modern diet. While they are convenient and affordable, they are essentially a collection of low-quality meat trimmings held together by a chemical cocktail that is toxic to your nephrons. For seniors managing chronic kidney disease, these items are one of the fastest ways to accelerate the need for dialysis. The mechanism behind the danger of canned sausages is the use of phosphate additives and sodium nitrites. Unlike the organic phosphorus found in plants, the inorganic phosphate additives used in processed sausages are absorbed 100% by your digestive tract. This massive, sudden influx of phosphorus hits your kidneys like a tidal wave. According to research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition at Academic.com, high intake of ultra-processed meats is directly linked to an increased risk of chronic kidney disease progression. These chemicals don't just strain the filters, they cause direct tubular injury and systemic inflammation. The high sodium content in the canning liquid further forces the kidneys to stay in a state of high-pressure filtration, which quickly leads to the net tearing or protein leakage we discussed earlier. The risks of eating canned sausages are particularly severe for those with pre-existing hypertension or edema. These products are designed for shelf life, not for human health, and the preservatives inside them are known to cause oxidative stress that destroys the remaining healthy cells in your kidneys. To optimize your health, the only solution is to eliminate these processed meats entirely and choose fresh whole food protein sources that haven't been altered in a factory. For a kidney-friendly recipe variation, try making your own sausage patties using ground turkey breast mixed with fresh sage, thyme, and black pepper. This gives you the breakfast flavor you love without the nitrites or the canning chemicals. You can also grill a piece of fresh lean poultry seasoned with lemon and herbs. Please be cautious and avoid low-fat processed sausages, as they often replace fat with even more salt and chemical flavorings to maintain taste. Now that we have identified the destroyers, it is time to shift our focus to the healers, 4 incredible protein sources that can actually help your kidneys rest and recover. Tofu is a remarkable plant-based protein that acts as a gentle healer for your kidneys and is a perfect substitute for heavy animal meats. For many Americans over 55, making the switch to tofu can feel like giving your kidneys a much-needed vacation, as it provides high-quality nutrition without the acidic waste that drives up creatinine. The mechanism that makes tofu so beneficial for your renal system lies in its unique soy isoflavones and its alkaline nature. Unlike animal proteins, which produce high amounts of sulfuric acid during digestion, tofu is alkalizing, which helps neutralize the acid load in your blood. This is crucial because metabolic acidosis is a common complication that accelerates kidney scarring. Furthermore, research published in the Journal of the American Society of Nephrology at jazn.asnjournals.org suggests that soy protein significantly reduces glomerular hyperfiltration. This means tofu helps lower the internal pressure within your kidney filters, effectively slowing down the tearing of the net and reducing proteinuria. The isoflavones in soy also act as potent antioxidants, specifically targeting and reducing inflammation within the delicate nephrons, allowing your kidney tissues a chance to repair and stabilize. The risks of tofu are minimal for most people, but you should avoid highly processed or fried tofu found in some takeout dishes, as these are often loaded with sodium and unhealthy oils. Some individuals with specific types of thyroid conditions, or those prone to certain kidney stones, should consult their doctor, but for the vast majority of stage 3 patients, tofu is a safer bet than meat. To optimize your results, choose organic non-GMO firm tofu and press out the excess water before cooking to improve the texture. For a kidney-friendly recipe variation, try marinating your tofu in a mix of lemon juice, ginger, and a drop of honey before lightly searing it in olive oil. This creates a delicious savory dish without any added salt. You can also crumble firm tofu into a pan with turmeric and nutritional yeast to make a tofu scramble that looks and tastes like eggs, but with even less renal burden. Please be cautious and always rinse your tofu thoroughly if it comes in a saltwater brine. If you have already started incorporating tofu into your weekly meals, please comment with a 1. If you have never tried tofu because you were worried about the taste, comment with a 0. While tofu reduces the pressure on your filters, our next healing protein provides the essential B vitamins and blood flow support your kidneys are starving for. Lentils are a nutritional powerhouse that can transform your renal health by providing a unique combination of blood flow support and gentle filtration. For seniors who are managing the double challenge of high blood pressure and declining kidney function, lentils offer a way to stay full and energized while actively working to lower the toxic burden on your nephrons. The mechanism that makes lentils such a vital healing protein involves their high concentration of folate and the amino acid arginine. Folate, or vitamin B9, is essential for breaking down homocysteine, a compound that, when elevated, can damage the lining of your blood vessels and accelerate kidney disease. Arginine acts as a precursor to nitric oxide, a natural molecule that helps your blood vessels relax and dilate. This is critical for your kidneys because it improves the flow of blood into the filters, ensuring that toxins are removed more efficiently without the need for high damaging blood pressure. According to a study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition at academic.alp.com, diets rich in legumes like lentils are associated with a significantly lower risk of developing chronic kidney disease. Furthermore, The high fiber content in lentils helps trap toxins in your digestive tract, preventing them from entering your bloodstream and reaching your kidneys in the first place. The risks of lentils are primarily related to their potassium and purine content. While the potassium in lentils is generally less absorbable than that found in animal products, those in advanced stage 4 or 5 kidney disease must monitor their portions closely. To optimize the safety of lentils, always soak them in water with a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar for at least 4 hours before cooking. This process, known as leaching, significantly reduces the potassium and phytic acid levels, making them much easier for your kidneys to process. For a kidney-friendly recipe variation, try making a renal dal by simmering red lentils with turmeric, cumin, and plenty of fresh cilantro. These spices provide a massive anti-inflammatory boost without needing any salt. You can also toss cooked lentils into a fresh green salad with cucumbers and a lemon vinaigrette for a light protein-rich lunch. Please be cautious and choose dry lentils over canned versions whenever possible to avoid the high sodium levels often found in canning liquids. If you have already added lentils to your kidney-saving diet, please comment with a 1. If you have been avoiding beans because you were worried about potassium, comment with a 0. While lentils protect your blood vessels, our next healing protein is the gold standard for stopping the protein leak and rebuilding your strength. Egg whites are widely considered the gold standard of protein for anyone battling kidney disease or trying to stop the protein leak. While the whole egg contains minerals that can be taxing, the white is a pure source of high biological value protein that provides the essential building blocks your body needs without any of the phosphorus or cholesterol that could damage your nephrons. The mechanism that makes egg whites so incredibly healing for your kidneys is their perfect concentration of albumin. Albumin is a critical protein in your blood that acts like a sponge holding water inside your blood vessels, so it does not leak into your tissues and cause swelling or edema. When your kidneys are damaged, they start losing this precious albumin in your urine, which leads to the foamy appearance we discussed earlier. By consuming egg whites, you are providing your body with the exact raw materials needed to replenish these levels. According to the National Kidney Foundation at kidney.org, egg whites provide a source of protein with very little phosphorus, making them an ideal choice for patients in stage 3 or stage 4 who need to maintain muscle mass while lowering their mineral load. Because they are so clean, egg whites do not produce the high levels of nitrogenous waste that force your kidneys into a state of hyperfiltration, effectively giving your filters a chance to rest and stabilize your creatinine levels. The risks of egg whites are virtually non-existent provided they are cooked thoroughly. Raw egg whites contain a protein called avidin, which can interfere with the absorption of biotin, but cooking neutralizes this completely. To optimize your results, avoid buying liquid egg whites in cartons that contain added sodium or preservatives. The best approach is to crack fresh eggs and separate the yolks yourself to ensure you are getting the purest product possible. For a kidney-friendly recipe variation, try an egg white veggie omelet filled with sautéed bell peppers and onions, seasoned with black pepper and a pinch of garlic powder instead of salt. You can also whip egg whites into a cloud-like foam and bake them with a sprinkle of cinnamon for a light, high-protein snack. Please be cautious and discard the yolks, as the yellow center contains almost all of the phosphorus and fat that your kidneys are currently struggling to process. While egg whites provide pure filtration support, our final healing protein offers a lean and satisfying way to maintain your strength without the toxic additives of processed meats. Lean chicken breast is the most reliable animal-based protein for maintaining muscle strength and metabolic health without overwhelming your kidney filters. For many Americans over 55 who are accustomed to having meat at the center of the plate, switching from red or processed meats to skinless chicken breast is one of the most effective ways to lower your renal workload while ensuring your body has the energy it needs. The mechanism behind the healing power of lean chicken breast lies in its high digestibility and its supply of L-carnitine. Unlike red meats, which are high in saturated fats and hemiiron that can trigger oxidative stress in the kidneys, lean chicken is a much cooler fuel for your body. It produces significantly less metabolic acid and nitrogenous waste during digestion. According to research from the American Society of Nephrology, reducing the intake of red meats and replacing them with white meats or plant proteins is associated with a slower decline in GFR. Furthermore, chicken breast is a natural source of L-carnitine, an amino acid derivative that helps your cells turn fat into energy. This is especially beneficial for kidney patients who often struggle with fatigue and muscle wasting. By providing a clean source of amino acids without the phosphorus additives found in processed meats, chicken breast allows your kidneys to maintain their filtration efficiency while supporting your overall physical vitality. The risks of chicken breast come from how it is prepared and sourced. You must avoid enhanced or plumped chicken, which has been injected with a sodium and phosphorus brine to increase weight. To optimize your health, always look for labels that say no additives or no salt added. The best way to use this protein is to boil, bake, or poach it, avoiding deep frying, which introduces inflammatory fats that can damage your renal blood vessels. For a kidney-friendly recipe variation, try poaching your chicken breast in a broth made of water, sliced ginger, and fresh lemon slices. This keeps the meat incredibly moist and flavorful without any salt. You can also shred cold chicken breast into a salad with apples and cranberries for a refreshing low-potassium meal. Please be cautious and always remove the skin, as it contains high levels of saturated fats that can increase systemic inflammation. Now that you know which proteins to choose, let us dive into the essential cooking hacks that will ensure these healers work their magic without any hidden risks. Choosing the right proteins is only half the battle. To truly protect your nephrons, you must master the way these foods are prepared. For seniors over 55, these simple kitchen adjustments can reduce the mineral burden on your kidneys by up to 50%. One of the most effective techniques is leaching your legumes and plant proteins. By soaking dried lentils or firm tofu in warm water for several hours and then discarding that water, you effectively rinse away a significant portion of the potassium and phytic acid. According to the National Kidney Foundation at kidney.org, leaching vegetables and legumes is a proven way to make them safer for those who need to limit their potassium intake. Another critical hack involves temperature and seasoning. When cooking your lean chicken or egg whites, avoid high-heat searing that creates charred edges. These charred areas contain advanced glycation end products, which trigger inflammation in the renal tubes. Instead, use gentle poaching or steaming at lower temperatures. To replace the salt you have been told to avoid, embrace the power of fresh herbs and acids. Squeezing fresh lemon juice or adding a splash of apple cider vinegar at the end of cooking can trick your taste buds into satisfying that salt craving without raising your blood pressure. Finally, always rinse canned items even if they claim to be low sodium to remove the residual metallic salts. These small daily habits are what turn a standard meal into a powerful treatment for your filtration system. By mastering these techniques, you are ensuring that your healing proteins do exactly what they were meant to do: repair your body without causing a single drop of unnecessary stress to your kidneys. Now let us bring everything together into a clear plan you can start today. We have traveled a significant path today in understanding how to stop the silent destruction of your kidneys. By removing the 3 dangerous proteins like smoked meats, hard cheeses, and canned sausages, you are effectively closing the door on toxins that tear your renal filters. Replacing them with our 4 healing stars, tofu, lentils, egg whites, and lean chicken, gives your body the clean, high-quality building blocks it needs to repair the protein leak and stabilize your creatinine levels once and for all. You must remember that kidney problems often progress silently. By the time severe symptoms appear, the damage may already be permanent. That is why starting today matters. Every meal you choose is either a step toward dialysis or a step toward freedom and longevity. Do not wait for your next blood test to see a decline. Take control of your health right now while your kidneys still have the capacity to recover. I want you to know that you are not alone in this journey. It can feel overwhelming to change decades of eating habits, but you are entirely capable of improving your health one bite at a time. These small daily victories add up to a monumental shift in your vitality and your future. Your kidneys are incredibly resilient, and when you give them the right environment, they can finally find the rest they deserve. Your first step after this video is simple. Go to your pantry and remove 1 processed meat item and replace it with a pack of egg whites or lentils for your next meal. Please keep in mind that this information is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult with your doctor or renal specialist before making major dietary changes. If you found this information valuable, please subscribe to Kidney Health 365 and turn on notifications so you never miss a guide to saving your filters. For more essential tips on managing your symptoms, watch our next video, Foamy Urine, 4 Fruits and Daily Habits to Protect Your Kidneys, starting today. I am Dr. Mattheus, and I will see you there.